Peace, people. I know I haven't spoken to my fam in a while. A lot going on, just letting things, saute in the mind. The title of this video is called Born Again Fiscal Conservatives. I want to preface this by saying, when it comes to this political thing, I don't really have a dog in this fight. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not even a part of an independent party. Philosophically, I would classify myself as a voluntarist. The other word for that, or the less politically correct word, would be an anarchist. In the sense that I don't believe in government. I don't believe that you can be governed and be free. And I've had some intellectual discussions with people who are anarchists, who are statists. That's a person who believes in the state and believes in government. And I love the discussion. I mean, there's guys that I talk to and interact with who are not coming from the same ideological perspective as me on here on YouTube. But I respect them because we can have a conversation and discuss ideas, because each idea has intellectual value to it, an intellectual weight. I can listen to people who believe in statism. I can believe, statism of government. I can listen to somebody who's an anarchist. I can listen to someone who's a Republican. I can listen to someone who's a Democrat. But I'm going to focus in on the fiscal conservative Republican movement right now, because there's some things going on that's just literally pissing me off. But I'm going to tell it from my own perspective. When it comes to Barack Obama, it's especially as a black man and dealing with my own people's culture, there's a way that you got to deal with Barack Obama and what he's bringing to the table if you're trying to get people to come to your side on an intellectual level if you disagree with the policies of Barack Obama. And I have to struggle with this. I wouldn't say struggle, but it's something that I have to acknowledge when I'm dealing with my own people. So if I have to acknowledge it and I'm a black man, how in the world do you think, as a white person or any other person outside of our culture, that you're going to pull black people in intellectually to see your point of view using racial rhetoric like Curious George and depictions of Obama as a monkey, comparing Obama to Hitler, and all of this ridiculous non-intellectual crap? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's pissing me off. And the thing about it is, I listen to people like Alex Jones, and I listen to other people that coming from the I would say independent libertarian patriot movement, and I've listened to them, and a lot of them have a lot of intellectual weight. But what's disturbing me right now is that when I listen to Alex Jones and I'm hearing the same rhetoric as I'm hearing out of Rush Limbaugh's mouth, come on, man. I mean, intellectually, you guys have got to make a clear-cut distinction between the two. Because right now, I'm hearing Obama's Hitler, Obama's a socialist, Obama's, basically trying to start a new Third Reich, maybe the Fourth. I don't know what the hell is going on. But all of this rhetoric that I'm hearing, I listen to Alex Jones and I hear him say, oh, Lord Obama. And then I listen to Rush Limbaugh and I'm hearing him say, Lord Obama. And what that does is it feeds, because you got to understand the Republican base. And the Republican base, in a nutshell, is a bunch of uneducated, inbred, racist hicks. I can't put it any better than that. And if you're a libertarian, or you're a person who's a statist, or you believe in government, or you're what do they call it? A Republican constitutionalist, I guess. How How do you allow these guys to be in your midst without making a clear-cut distinction between them and you when they're lumping their rhetoric in the same bowl with you? How do you not do that? You know, it's getting to the point where now no one's gonna listen, and let me focus in on Alex Jones particularly. If Alex Jones' point, or if his goal is to totally turn his movement, or the truth movement, into an all-white conservative movement, then he's doing it. He's doing it. He's not going to win any people over to his side if he doesn't divorce himself from the rhetoric that's coming from the Republican Party. And what really annoys me is these same people shitted on Ron Paul. Now keep in mind, I'm not a fan of any politician, but I got to give credit where credit is due. If there was one voice that was against the Republican Party, he was fighting his own party, and against all of the spending that the so-called born-again fiscal conservatives did. First of all, you're born-again fiscal conservative, but you spent more than any Democratic administration in the history of this government, of this country. How do you have the gall to get on TV talking about Barack Obama spendulous, porculus bill? Are you kidding me? How can they do that without hearing outrage from every person who supported Ron Paul? Because Ron Paul has been against spending when the Republicans were doing it. He's against spending now when Obama's doing it. And he doesn't have to use rhetoric like Hitler and monkey and all of this other crazy, stupid crap that I'm hearing out of the mouths of you guys. You know, it's pissing me off, man, because I'm pretty open when it comes to political discussions. I can listen to all points of views. You know what I'm saying? And I've talked to people like Duns and Bullhorns is a YouTube channel that you guys need to check out, because these guys are brilliant and they're not getting the hits that they really deserve. Check them out, because I've had discussions with them, Johnny and Jeff, and they're reasonable people. You know, they talk with reason, and they can intellectually explain their position without using a bunch of stupid racist rhetoric. And until the so-called patriot movements, constitutional Republican movement, divorces themselves from these neocon / Republican idiots and this inbred, racist, uneducated hick base that they're trying to appeal to, then they're all gonna, everybody that I know of is black, and especially me, I can't, how can you side with a party or a movement when if you go to a rally as a black person, you got to hear all of this racist rhetoric, and then you expect to win black people over to your point of view? I mean, Obama's a politician, he's a president. That's the way I see it. I don't see him as anything special. So what? He's popular. George Bush was popular after 9/11. I mean, do people honestly think that the power of this man's personality is going to blind people? They're going to sit there and let him do every policy that George Bush did and not call him on it because he's Barack Obama? I mean, give me a fucking break, man. Anyway. I had no idea where I was going with this, so this is what's just coming out and what I'm feeling right now. But I'll get on the Democrats and the socialism and all the other stuff, which I mean, right now I feel no need to even talk about socialism, because the Republicans increased the size of government and expanded the budget to the trillions of dollars that it is right now. So they're not even in an intellectual position to even say anything. That's why I say they're born again fiscal conservatives, because when they were in power for 8 years, it was nothing fiscally conservative about them. So that's all I got to say about this, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
Just want to apologize for the audio while I was doing that. I didn't check to see whether I was on my headset and it was actually recording through the camera. My bad. but I kind of like the rant, so I'm gonna keep it.